Okay, gonna go over price action real quick. Um, when break even, well, sort of break even. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll go over yesterday first to the fifth, and then I'll talk about my trade today. Which there was two good trades. But going back to the fifth, so obviously we have these. Okay. Obviously, we have this line we're rejecting off this 4 hour gap. But if you look also at the 4 overnight on the 5th, we were rejecting upwards from this 4 hour candle right here. Okay. And I know it looks bad because I'm doing it on Top Step because I don't need to pay for TradingView, but I'm not. Okay, so we're rejecting here off this 4 hour. We come up, and I wanted to see us take out this high at least before I was going to start leaning bearish again. But we ended up, oh my gosh, I gotta scroll all the way back. Okay, we ended up here pumping up the first 30 minutes of open, and then we barely took out London high, and then we instantly went lower. So go here, we kind of chopped around, we went lower. There was no continuation down to the lows, but we were already rejecting off this 4 hour. And then it sort of looked like, and then again we started waking up out of the 4 hour upwards. So here I don't want to take a short continuation short because we already swept out this low down here, and we could have had we could have went up, taken out this high, hit this 4 hour again. So we were just in between 4 hours, and then the session ended pretty much right here as well. But going on to today, so a little bit different. So obviously we looked bearish into the day. London dumped a ton, and coming into today, this was my condition. And at the time, ES created a high time frame SMT, which I love. So this low right here on NQ, ES ended up sweeping, and we were respecting this 4 hour. So that is the reason I did take a long today. And so yeah, we were respecting this 4 hour going up at the time. Okay, this hourly too, I was using a little bit as a condition, but here, let's go to the 5 earlier today. So whenever we did get that high time frame SMT and ES took out the low, so ES took out the low. Oh, it was right here, yeah. ES took out the low. We had a high time frame SMT. In this 2 minute inversion, was beautiful. I did call this out for a nice combine trade because honestly I didn't want to put risk on the table because yes, there was the high time frame SMT, but we've dumped so much, so I wanted a continuation long or something a little bit different just to be a little bit more safe. And yeah, that was a beautiful trade that ended up smacking pretty quickly. And then we had data highs up here. All right, now I was looking to long to data highs, so we did create two 15-minute gaps, one right here. After we was this after we inversed the hourly? No, it wasn't. Okay. But going up to inversing the hourly, we did create a 15-minute, two 15-minute gaps. And what did ES do, or NQ and ES do before taking out this high again? Swept this 15-minute, swept this 15-minute, and I was like, okay, I want to long super bad. And then we spiked up instantly. So we had huge spike up. I ended up taking this 3-minute because I knew this was going to play out. And honestly, that is my mistake. Well, actually, I was targeting. Bro, come on. Move up. What is going on? There. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm fucking up. So that. if we could drag this down. Okay, stop loss was at the bottom of the 5. So it was just over a 1-to-1 right here. Let's see if we can get it again. Wow, we did. So there. Stop loss there. And I knew I was going to go break even. So the play was to go break even right away. So once we got up here, I went break even because I just knew we were going to take out this high and I was going to have a free trade. So I wanted to take this trade, put risk on the table. Okay, wait. Where was that stop at? Okay, it was right there. And then we'll move that down. Oh, it was a 1-to-1. Okay. So I had to stop here. I went break even right away because price took, it was 9.57 when I entered, and then price low-key slowed down. I wanted instant displacement up to this daily. So whenever we didn't get instant displacement up to the daily, I went break even. This was my original break even though. But because we didn't get instant displacement up to this daily, I went break even here and tried to save myself a loss. Now this would have not played out. I would have gone break even again if I stayed in for an hour. But because after this candle, this huge candle, we weren't getting instant displacement still, I decided to protect myself, and it almost hit stop loss if I would have stayed in, but it didn't. So that was the trade right there. And yeah, at the time, it looked like, we just really wanted these data highs. We were coming off this 4-hour, had a high time frame SMT with ES at this low. And I put my stop or take profit there to try and see if I can get a free trade. It was a free trade, just not at the spot I wanted. I wanted a little bit more room, but either way, it wouldn't have played out, and price did slow down. So yeah, it didn't last very long, but hey, $30 I guess ain't too bad. Price is starting to look better though, act better than it was before. So I do think coming soon enough, we are gonna go on a little streak here and start making things happen. Especially that we are down 800, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I don't really care. But yeah, and yeah, that 2-minute down here was definitely trade of the day. It was just a little bit too much risk for me because right now, and I did have my worst month ever in February, and I'm being definitely a lot more cautious than I have been before. But that was a great combine trade for sure. If I had a combine I was trying to pass, I would have 100% taken that. Yeah, ES ended up respecting this 1 hour too, just going lower, so we're getting failed displacement, and I can't complain on the day. We ended up a little green, and yeah, that was pretty much it.